Welcome to Trading Lounge and the daily US stocks for Thursday, October 14, and just starting with the NASDAQ first here. So what I've done with the NASDAQ is we're still looking at it to come down here further, and we had it as a W and an X and a Y here, but I've put inside of that of this XY. I've changed this from an A and a B and a C wave here to a W, X and Y, because we've got three waves here, or three waves here, which is fine. And in here, this is not counting very nicely as an impulse wave down here. So an A wave here, an A, B, C here for the B wave, and 5 waves down for the C wave. So looking down at around 14,300 area. So in a bit of a nutshell, we just need to see if this collapses from this point. You could probably get a bit closer to the market there, but yeah, so as I always said, I won't turn bullish unless we got the closest largest number here as the support, and I can't see any sort of reason for it to be up here because I don't see a clear 5 wave move here for this. Off this first leg here, it's in 3 waves, which makes all of this corrective whichever way we look at it. Of course, I can be wrong, so yeah, the 15,000 as support would be telling me that I'm wrong. We can see that the market come down, bounced off here, right? Typical classic trading level stuff. So the market migrating from being support to resistance at this point, where it comes down, bounces, comes through, goes back and check, had another little recheck there, but basically it's done its check and it's doing all these smaller ones, and it's reluctantly wanting to move down, but that's its trend, and you kind of got to respect that bigger picture until proven otherwise. So that bigger picture there is the main driver. So I'd have to be back on this side of the fence on the 15,000 to be support, to be long. It's kind of that simple really, and the rest of it in here is just sort of guessing game, the puzzle, to sort it out what's what, and the levels can come in handy. We know that the market's retested the 15,000, now it's retesting group 2, so 65, 72 and 80. You can see it in here. It tried to retest it and break it here, it didn't do it, but an A and a B and a C wave here, so we should have that high in there now, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 there somewhere. So let's just see if it finds this level, then the next level is the resistance, and that would be the downside at that point. So let's go in and have a look at stock at that point. So the thing is that when we're looking for lows, and of course we don't want to get caught out, thinking the market's going to come further down and yet the market goes up. So we need to talk about, what constitutes a long trade setup for as such, for here. So just as, as an example. So in this case, when we're working with the levels, we've got 3,000 here, which is a major level, then 1, 2 and 3 that make up group 1. And so what I always try to look for is support on group 1 to go long. And to go long on here, I would need the market to doing what it's doing now, test the top, the arrival, the reaction here, and then the first high above the level, and then we would need some sort of ABC pattern here, and then we can go long from here. Now this picture is probably a little bit too big, but you get the idea. So we would need that push up here, then it to come back again, second high, and then we can look at being long there. That would be a trade setup, putting your trader's hat on rather than the analyst sort of hat, so yeah, that's that. But otherwise, the reality is that it's come through, it's hit the next level, it's come back up and checked it, so it's doing its checking at the moment, isn't it? It's not support and it's not total resistance yet. It would need to take this low out to sort of reject that, and that's what I'm looking for. That would be in line with the main trend here. what I'm saying here, it is possible for the market to go up, but I don't have a setup. I don't have any evidence of that just yet. There's half a cookie here, so to speak. Yeah, so that's my thinking. So let's just go in. So just, I'm not married to either side. I'm just, I'm just doing what needs to be done, basically. So here we're looking at the WX here, and then the ABC here in 3 waves for, so I can't call that wave 1 and 2 here and 3 and 4 here because we've got overlap here for that. So I have to go into working with 3s here. So an ABC for the A wave, the B wave here. This can be counted in a couple of different ways, but I'm not going to go into it now. I'm just going to leave it as wave A here. And we've been looking for an A and a B and a C back up into the box there. So we've got the box. We don't need the box. We don't need that. That can come through around there. We don't need that. And when I close the program up, everything squashes up. See how it lines up here? It only does it on the tick chart, and only does it on a certain amount of them as well. Kind of a bit weird, but haven't really resolved that issue either. Just another one that we need to resolve. So we were looking for that rally into the box. So we're pretty much, well, we're in the box there now. The move up here from this low, we could count it as wave 1 and 2 here, and then wave 1 and 2 here. To be fair, to be on the bullish side to get up here. But otherwise an A and a B and a C kind of matches quite nicely. It looks a little bit impulsive down through here. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. It looks more impulsive. So I think we're on the right track at that point. We can short it under here if you wanted to. Yeah, so obviously it's looking up. But let's just see how that plays out. We're expecting it down here. And as I mentioned, to get up here, we would need to see the first high above the level, and then some. That's probably a little bit too high. I exaggerated it there. That's not the right thing to do. So yeah, we'd need something coming up here, some respectable sort of high, and would need something like that to go on the long side there. And I wouldn't overdo it at that point, just in case this is just getting a little bit even uglier, this thing. But still, we're still looking for a low in place. I mean, it's possible that we could put, wave C here, of Y here, and 4 here for that, as the A wave, a B wave, and a C wave for that point. So I get that, I see that, I'm not totally blind, but yeah, we're just not if this was a nice impulse wave to the upside, then because that's basically what we're looking for, and we just don't have that yet. It's that simple. Okay, enough waffling. Over to Google. Same thing with Google here as well. This is all worked in 3s, an ABC here, an ABC for the A wave, the B wave, the C wave, a W, the X here, the 3 waves here, the 3 waves here. We could get 5 waves out of that, by the way. So that could be a lead to the bullish side. But once again, I would want to see support on, or a trade setup on this level here. So for this to be bullish, I'd need to see this come up here, well, have the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, some sort of ABC pattern here, and then we can go long from that point, and we could trade up to the 3. I know it's not, we've missed out a lot and we didn't buy at the bottom and all those sorts of things, but yeah, I mean, you just got to sort of be a bit more mature about these things. Anyway, let's just see. This looks impulsive down here, and we're looking for a corrective move to come back into that box. It may or may not be finished yet. I'm not too fussed about that. If you wanted to short this, then you can just short it under this level here, under the because we're in we're in group 2 here, 65, 72, and 80. So it's bit of a wide space here, but yeah, under the 72. In this case, it's the 720. There'll also be another number up here, which is 2772. That would be the other number here that if we were dropping down a level and looking at something important there, that would be the number. That one, well, close enough. So 2772. That's the other number there to look for on the upside if there. But let's just see, let's just see if we get this move down, the next move down through here. That's what we're looking for. But being mindful of any upside at this point as well, because the correction is, it's sort of maturing a little bit, isn't it? It's sort of there. It's interesting, really, because we've got that little move here, right? Then we've got this one, which is a bit bigger. Then we've got this one, which is a bit bigger. And then we've got this one, which is a bit bigger still. So it's kind of like, I don't know, like you chuck a stone in the pond, kind of. You get those sort of ripples coming out, It's a bit like that. Anyway, Apple. So, we're just looking for it to get back in the box here. So it needs to come a little bit lower. We've watched it turn now. And, so it looks like we're on the right track here. And so from the A wave here, we looked up at the A, the B, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the C wave of B. So we've done all of that. We tracked 5 waves down here as 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 3 and 4 all there. So we did all that yesterday. I was looking for another move to the upside here for this as an A and a B and a C wave. So I made a clear mistake there. Now we've got to put that there and there. And thanks Anil. Anil said that Apple are making less phone because of the chip shortage. They're going to be dropping their manufacturing capacity down. I think it was like almost 10 million. Does that sound a lot? I have to check again, but not to worry. Thank you, Anil, for that. Okay, so where are we now with this? So we can just look at. Doesn't quite look like 5 waves there. I know there's 5 waves in here, but this little dude here, so that's a bit of an issue. I wonder if that's the C wave there, and 1, 2, 3. Okay. I wonder if that just failed to move, or that's going to be it. Anyway, make a start. I'm not really a spike man, so I'm just going to go here. And I think that's 1 and 2 and the 3 here and the 4 here and the 5 here, even though that's lower. And we see that a fair bit in markets, and sometimes it's got to be a bit sort of philosophical about it with those spikes. I just like to follow the main traffic. So the traffic was coming down here, and then obviously the news broke out about the fish and chips, and then it sort of recovered back into its posse again. But so I just take the main traffic there, so that's okay. So that would leave that at wave 3, and then we'll be looking for wave 4. Wave 3 is a little bit sort of shortish, isn't it? So that wave 5 is going to be shorter still. And that would bring us back to 38.2, so that's we're already at home there. The move up here is in 3 waves so far, but that looks corrective at that point. It looks like an A and a B and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it looks like it wants to go up. That's interesting. So where are we here? We're not quite at the bottom here. Can we look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and then back as an A and a B and a C wave here to go up further? I mean, these are the things that we need, because one can get lost in their own stuff. So just got to take a look inside that now. Two's in the right place there, and I just want to get that top in play there. Not that I can trust a market maker's price. No, that's right. I think we're okay. We're okay. This is just a bit weird though, this bit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Yeah, that's just corrective, unless that's down for 1, back for 2, down for 1, and ABC back for 2, and then dropping from that point. That would make sense. That would also make the short trade 2 just in here for that, just getting a bit close. Okay. Can I read it any other way? The only other way I could read it would be if it came up here, then I would need to change a few other things. So the other point that it could do, I doubt it, but anyway, I'll just put this here. And then what I would need to do at that point, I would need to change this here. I'd need to change that to that. I would need to look at this as an ABC pattern here for the A wave. I'm just thinking outside the box, guys, that's all. Just looking at things, and a B wave to that point. So I wouldn't call a low in for for Apple, unless I was on top of group 1 of 140 here at 143. Okay. So otherwise, I'm just expecting this to drop lower. That can turn now. I can't wait around for it, unfortunately, but I'll leave it at that. It's done everything that it should have done at that point. That can be there. That can be there. I can put that there just as a thing. Okay, so we just need to see that drop from that point. Obviously, there's going to be a bounce, and that needs to migrate here. So the proper trade should be under here for that. But yeah. Okay, so moving along, sorry for that. Square, so with square here from wave 3 to wave 4 here, we've got 3 waves in the first move, so an ABC for the W, the X. I'm not worried about the spike here, that's just on this platform. So looking down here for wave A here, wave B here, and wave C here. So an ABC, and let's go in. And once again, I wouldn't, can we put that wave 4 here? Yeah, probably can, but it would just make this a little bit small compared to this wave 4, because I want this wave 4 to be bigger and, same size at least, So yeah, I wouldn't be long unless I had nice support on top of the 250 here at this stage, So I'll stay with the short side on this. And from this wave X here, we're looking down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got the A wave there. We looked at the B wave back up. We've been counting from the medium level there. We've been counting down. This is quite a nice move down here in terms of 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5 here. So nice, very nice impulse wave. So then yesterday we were talking about the corrective rally here. So that little move in there is corrective. So we'll need to pop that up there. That can just go up a little bit further by the looks of it. So we can leave the B wave here. I need to count that as that's the A wave, and then the B wave, and then the C wave here. So the C wave is, I won't put the brackets on it, I'll just do this. That's wave 3, wave 4 here, and we're looking up for wave 5 here. So it looks like we've only got 1, 2, and 3, and going 4 and 5. So there's just going to be on the open. There's going to be the momentum there, and then it's going to fold back like that. So when it comes down here and moves back again, if that first 5 waves, then you can move that up to that point if you want to trade this. So the third wave should be quite good coming down. It should be longer than this wave. The only other thing that I could probably do here is, we might get stuck with this being an A wave to here, a B wave to here, and a C wave to here, because that's what's kind of happening in the market at the moment, you know. So I'll just put that up there just to remind us that we may just work this, we may have to look at this as an A, B, and C. And that means when we get to the C wave here, that would be the low. Do you know what I mean? So then we need to work out if that's going to be wave C or 3. So we'd have to wait for the move up. If we get a corrective wave up, well, then we'll know it's wave 4, and then we can go down for wave 5. But otherwise, we'll work it from that point. Let's keep an eye on these things. We need to be coming to the end of the intermediate wave 4 correction. We need eyes wide open, because things just don't finish the way that you'd like them to finish, you know. Facebook, okay, so we've still got further to go down on this. But as I've probably mentioned, coming into group 1 here is going to group 1. So we've got 300, which is a major level, and then we've got the minor levels in here. So we've got major levels, then we go to the medium levels, and then we go to the minor levels, then we go to the sub levels and the micro levels if need be, if you're setting up bots and things. We're coming down into group 1, and this is pretty typical of what would happen in group 1. So when you're going up in group 1, it's a fantastic thing to build, to go long in going up through group 1, and that's exactly what we do. We try to build 3 or 4 positions within group 1, and then we sort of hope that we're going to get some tested support on top of number 3 here. It was resistance here and then became support here and popped up. So that's what we look for. Then it protects those positions that we've got here, and it moves quite quickly to 5. At that point, we always expect a correction at 5. But coming down is a bit different. It's like it can just cut like a hot knife through butter and make a fool of me. But generally speaking, we would bounce all between these levels here all the way down. So yeah, in this case, it's sunk into, if it hits the number 3 and bounces, that's what it normally does. It would sort of bounce back to 4 or sometimes even 5. But when a market sinks into a number, then you know that it's in the mud. It's sunk in there, and it's going to stick to it. You know, so how it treats the level in its first arrival is you know what sort of emotional state the market's in at that particular point. But typically, it just bounces back and forth to through these 3 levels here. Let's just move into the tick chart. So let me just get in a bit more data, get a bit of perspective here. Okay, so I'm maybe doing the same thing here again, I don't know, but from wave X here, I've had as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave moving down here. So the C wave would be, well, wave 1 to here, and then we're looking for wave 2, and then down for wave 3, 4, and 5. We need to make sure that we don't get this as a W, X, and Y coming down into this space, because as a Y, it would just be a simple A, B, and C wave to here. So once again, we'll need to be a little bit careful down here. We'll see where the rest of the markets are as well. But I'm just bringing that zigzag, just bringing in a double zigzag within a double zigzag here. Probably it could be the case, I don't know yet, but it will help us be a little bit more diligent with the low, you know. So yesterday we were looking for this to rally, and it kind of there, isn't it? It's sort of just don't know if it's finished. Doesn't look like it's finished. That can even go to there, I think. based on that little 1 and 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the nice third wave, fourth and fifth. B's a little bit small, and then we're still a wave short. We've got 1 here, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 3 waves up there. There should be one more move here, but then that also starts to look a little bit corrective as well. And it's not exactly impulsive down here. Maybe it's even a bit more. Maybe it's even going to be like this. I mean, it looks like an A and a B and, you know, a C wave down to here and then this up to here. So that means that short people, not short people, but short traders, would probably need at minimum, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would have to be under there at least, or down there somewhere. Yeah, I really don't know how that's going to finish off there, guys. Not much help there. We haven't reached our box, so it could move up into our box as wave 2 or wave B. What other way can I look at that? Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me just have a little look on a 10-tick chart here. I just want to have a closer look. Oh, already done some work on this, have we? Oh, that's good. I was supposed to do that yesterday, was it? That's how it would look if it was finished, but I just don't get 5 waves down here though. Yeah, sorry guys, I just don't know if we've got a top in play or there's one more little move to the upside. Okay, so look, all I can say here is you can probably short it under, you could short it if the 322 became the resistance here. That would be the best bet, because that's where that dance was done here, you know, all of this. So if that becomes the resistance, look, so it might go up, and then you can get it from further up, which is not a problem. But then at this point, if it comes down, then this would be the area through here to get that. It's a shame we don't see a nice 5 waves here, because we've got that 3, then we could go at this point. But I'm just a bit concerned that, I mean, this could be 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here and, you know, continue to build. But if it breaks that low there, then you still need to look at this as a C wave coming down here, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that can come to here. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, then 4 and then 5 to that point. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here, then 4 and 5. So yeah, so we'd be coming back down to a C wave here. So that's why you've got to be careful just here. That's the trap, and then going up from that point, you know. That can be the B wave there, an A wave, an ABC for the B wave, and 5 waves up for the C wave at that point. I don't know if that's the case. So yeah, 322 would be the short trade in there. Okay. And Tesla. So I'm not going to pay too much attention to Tesla. It is going to go higher, and we've been talking about that for quite some time in here. There's different ways to look at it. I will look at it in terms, once I've got a decent high in here, once I've got that high there, then we can talk about a trade setup on the long side. If you're long already, well then that's fine. There's no need to sell because it's going higher. There's two ways we can look at this. One is to go to the 100 tick area through here. So in this case, I've just been working this here from wave 4 here as 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2, and then we can count all this later. Once it's going up to 3, 4, and 5 for the third wave, the fourth wave here, and then the fifth wave here to finish that off. Okay, so that can take us up to 830, 840 sort of area, maybe even higher. And yeah, so that's where that is. This is it's just not finished yet. So we've either got that, we can finish there and move down, or we're going to go into a bigger picture and we will be looking at it like this. This is just a 4-hour chart. So basically expanding it up further from B here to C here is looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 here and 2 here, then 1 and 2, and then going up for 3, 4, and 5 at that point, taking us even higher at that point. So it's something I just need to figure out, but good for Tesla holders. But to find a trade in here is a little bit tricky because we know that the number 8 is going to pull the market. We can expect swings around the number 8 here. So if you're going long in this, you just have to do your time in it. That's all. It's not going to be, it's not going to go far very quickly. Alrighty, I'll leave it all at that. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.